Hi, dear friends and friends I have yet to meet. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is fabulous today. I wanted to share one of my very favorite television shows with you of all time. It's called Prisoner. Let me show that to you. Here we go. Okay, so let me introduce you to all to Prisoner Cell Block H. In America, I will explain the Prisoner Cell Block H thing. Like I said, I'll explain the name change later on, and a certain actress from that show. Prisoner Cell Block H was a television show which was produced by the Grundy Television Studios Network in Melbourne, Australia, now owned by Fremantle Studios in the United Kingdom. Okay. Okay. The show ran from 1979 to 1986. It was a soap opera about a woman's prison in Melbourne, Australia. It was called Wentworth. Its premise was about the goings-on between prisoners and its warders, otherwise called screws, slang for a prison warder, or in America here, what we call them prison guards. In Australia and UK, given by the inmates. So in other words, in Australia and the UK, they usually just call the officers screws. It's just, because they're in there. So hence the name. Let me go up here. Back to the show's name change. Prisoner was renamed in the United States, Canada, and the UK. It was given the name of Prisoner Cell Block H due to the BBC having a show already named Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan in a dystopian society, otherwise known sci-fi, so hence the name changed to differentiate the two shows. Here in the United States, the show is purchased and shown on many independent television networks, such as WGN-TV in Chicago at 10:30 in the evening. That's what I think it was. Yep. Mm-hmm. And due to much of its content, that's why they showed it at that time, because they felt like a lot of younger people would already kind of be asleep. So they were trying to, make it a little bit better for some people. Here in America, though, they only ran 220 episodes before canceling it for us U.S. viewers in the United States. The show actually had 692 episodes in all. The TV show was way before its time. It had such subjects as murder, theft, corruption, and LGBTQ issues, and much more. It addressed issues like that well before its time and before it was cool, so to speak, to talk of that. So they were really an advanced writership on the shows. Switching gears, I'd like to show you some information here, or tell you about some information right here. Let me put her up on the screen. I wanted to show you information about an actress who is on the show. Her name is Maggie Kirkpatrick. She played a corrupt, sadistic lesbian prison guard named Joan Ferguson, otherwise known as the Freak by the inmates. And she was nicknamed that by the inmates, by the way. And she was a psychotic in nature, and she was an instigator of many schemes for her own agenda. Her first episode was in the third season, episode number 287 in 1982. She was on the show until its final show, shown in 1986. Let me give you guys a brief bio on Maggie Kirkpatrick. She was born Margaret Ann Downs on January 29th, 1941 in Albury, New South Wales. Today she is 84 years old and she looks great. I love this picture of her. I think it's one of the best pictures of her around. She was an all-round actress. She played in very, very, very many roles. She played, like, you name it, she played everything. But she was really popular in some shows. Like I said, she's an all-round actress, mostly in Australian soap operas as Home and Away, which is very famous. These are very famous shows, by the way, in Australia. Some Americans know about it and some Brits know about it because they play the episodes in the UK. Home and Away she was in from 2003 to 2014. She was also in a show called Cop Shop back in 1981. And she starred in a show called All Saints from 2001. Let me get back here. In 2001 to, let me bring her back up. 2001 to 2008, excuse me. My monitor's acting funny on my iPad, so I'm reading it off the iPad. So let me see something else here. Okay, picture 7. Okay, you guys may know her like this. Okay, she also starred in a film you guys also may know. It's called The Pirate Movie. And let me show you her picture from that. She played Ruth, the ship's main wench, as they say. She was also what they call a ship marm, and she played that back with Krista McNichol and Christopher Atkins back, I believe, in 81. And then she also starred in the play Wicked. She was known for that, and she played an evil witch. And I really appreciated her in that movie because I thought it was a really great, or in that play, it was a really great movie. Going on to another picture of hers. Let me go on here. She made a really good friend out of one of our fellow Rat Packers here in the United States. That would be Sammy Davis Jr. And they became really fast friends. Basically, he invited her up to her room or his room. Usually they'd rent a room with a kitchenette, and Sammy would cook for her and she would cook for him too. So like I said, they became very inseparable. They were really good friends up till his passing. So I just thought I'd let you know. And number 10, which is kind of like my notable mention, is she was also signing books called The Gloves Are Off. And I'll bring that up on the screen here. And she was signing books. And below here, and below the picture, she signed a book for me. And it came to me in the mail. Took a little bit of time, but I was so happy. It's one of my prized possessions. And I wanted to share this with you folks. Also, I want to say thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe and comment on my channel. It will help me out tremendously. I just want you to stay happy and healthy, and toodles.